Both alcohol and religion have deep ties to the same exact thing, and also the mistaken belief in cures. Let me tie this all together in as brief as I can by saying that it all began with fermenting fruits. From the jungle, 60 million years, we've ate only fruits, basically, primarily fruits, as frugivores, as apes. And so, fermenting fruits that fell off the tree, and when one of our ancestors didn't get the good fruit, like the runt of the litter, they got the fermented fruit. So then the fermented fruit started causing issues with, the spirits. That's why alcohol is called spirits. It was called alghoul, like ghouls and spirits, like ghosts. And what happens, if you've ever drank alcohol, you get all like spacey, and your thoughts become demented, basically. And so that's where it began. And then when humans migrated out of the jungles through various reasons like climate change and war and conflict and greed, and then humans started eating things that were not fruit, and that's really bad. And so anyways, the fermentation happens inside your gut. So when this happens, it causes digestive issues, and it causes hallucinations and aberrations. And this is what stems from religion. This is how religion began. Basically mental illness. Mental illness doesn't exist, by the way. It's from the body. Like I said, the digestion. It's all one thing, and allopathy isn't real. It's pseudoscience. And so what people do is they drink alcohol. You don't realize this, but far back, alcohol used to be considered medicine. And what people do nowadays, they call it a recreational thing. But what's really happening is because people are eating animal products and cooked food, this all gets sludged up and bunked up in the body. And what alcohol does is it's very acidic. It basically erodes that stuff. But the thing is it also kills healthy cells. So you don't want alcohol. It does provide a curing type of relief. But it also kills your brain cells. It kills your entire body, basically. It's kind of like pouring acid on, like metal. It just like erodes it. And so that happens, and fermentation gets worse and worse as humans degenerate through lineages passed on and on and on and on. And the diets just keep getting more and more clogging. The diets just keep getting more and more sticky and residuous. And so fermentation happens in the gut at a greater degree. And as we keep on degenerating, 2025 is the most degeneracy the human has experienced. And so the aberrations, the spiritual, delusional hallucination thoughts of grandeur get more and more. And this is what leads to religious, zealotism and nihilism and all these things that end up in perpetual genocides throughout our existence. And it just keeps going in cycles, basically. As new generations come, it kind of comes in waves. And this stuff will never end until humans go back to fruit and have an abundance of fruit and make sure that we don't lose fruit through climate change or through asteroid impacts by, eventually colonizing a new planet and creating fruit all over that planet too, so that we don't have any fermenting fruits. That's how we get back to our Edenic paradise. Well, our Edenic paradise wasn't really completely Edenic because we didn't really have the cognitive abilities that we do today, for various reasons, mostly socialization. And now we have the knowledge as well. And so we do accumulate knowledge. 99% of us don't accumulate the knowledge, but the ones that do have the wellness and the life and the vitality, we accumulate the knowledge, the true knowledge, the good knowledge, and we now have the ability to make that Edenic paradise magnificent and miraculous all throughout the world.